So this is very exciting.
This is exciting. I've also never done this before.
So we are recording this on the road trip. Bit of an experiment really for when we go actually on the road.
It really is.
We are on our way to Glasgow from Aberdeen to go and see Dr. James Brown's Seed Talk. What is it?
Seed Talk.
Seed Talk.
Yeah. Talk.
Neurodivergent in a neurotypical world, navigating neurodivergence. I can't remember what it's called, but it's about ADHD. And we're going to go.
Yeah, we are.
I'm very
excited.
We will miss Dr. Alex Connor, but Sam is there, Mrs. ADHD. So we're looking forward to meeting the legendary couple in real life.
Yeah, and just having a little bit of a road trip. It's a bit weird driving and recording at the same time, but I drive and talk all the time, so it's totally safe.
Yeah.
I'm not touching any buttons. Laura's in charge of all the recording, and I'm just driving and chatting, so
yeah. Well, we know we're going to see a couple of people from our community there as well today, so that's very exciting.
Yeah.
And so we also thought it was wise just to utilise our time because we have precious little until Too Much Aberdeen.
Yeah, so it makes absolute perfect sense while we're on the road to use this time as wisely as we can. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're recording this episode.
Yeah, so we're really, really excited. We have sold a lot more tickets than we thought. We were there the other day just sort of getting to grips with how everything's going to be laid out, and we honestly could not be more excited. So in this episode, we're going to be talking to Fiona and also Mark, who are both helping us with the event. So although this might seem a little Aberdeen event heavy, this is really relevant to the whole tour.
Yeah, and just about, what we're doing in general and why we're doing it as well. So
yeah, the inspiration, the motivation, and what it's all about.
And how we're feeling about it.
Yeah, I mean, how are you feeling?
It's weird because in normal circumstances, anything I've done in the past, I've been petrified. I hate public speaking. When I used to sing in bands, like in between songs was like the worst time. I'd tell people that I'd gone for a nervous poo and just things that you shouldn't really say, but I just got so nervous that it just came out. But I'm less nervous now because I don't feel like I'm trying to be anyone else or trying to put on an act or anything like that. I'm being myself, and I think that sits so much more comfortably with me now.
Well, you can't get that wrong, can you?
Exactly.
And the thing is, like, that really is the main premise of the Too Much tour is, we're the too much kind, and we're owning it and being ourselves and being authentic and taking on our stuff. So,
and it's a little bit scary because we know we're not for everyone, and we hope that people are come because they enjoy our podcasts and our chats and our conversations.
Yeah, and they want to connect with other like-minded people. I mean, the thing is, we know that we're doing our best, and I feel really proud of that.
Yeah.
We do have a funny story, which we'll share later. But, really, we've worked incredibly hard, and truthfully, I'm burnt out AF.
Yeah.
And I realised that now. In the last episode, I was kind of talking a bit about grief, and actually I read something today that was talking about being burnt out. This person knew they were burnt out because they were really weepy. And I was like, oh. So, yeah, and I know that sounds bad, I'm burnt out and now we're going to do a show. But I know that that's the bit that I recharge from. That's the bit I enjoy is being around other people. And so I'm really, really excited for that and to just get away from the admin side because that's the side that I'm burnt out by.
Yeah.
So it's all good. Anyway, we should stop wittering on and listen to our amazing guests. And we hope you enjoy this episode as much as we enjoyed these blethers. And
let's go.
ADHD as females, ADHD AF, ADHD as females, the podcast.
Hi, I'm Dawn.
Hi, I'm Laura, and we
are
ADHD
AF.
Seriously. We are two neurodivergent neighbours who moved to the same street at the same time, at the same age, with the same undiagnosed disability. What are the chances?
Since discovering the enormous impact ADHD has had on our lives and the horrifying numbers of missing undiagnosed females, it has become our mission to make some serious noise.
We want to use our voices to raise awareness, break the stigma, and share our experiences in the hope that they help others.
So join us for a chat, or as it's called up here in Aberdeen, a blether.
Trigger warning, we will be covering some really sensitive topics, so please do have a read of the description of each episode before listening.
It's important to note that we are not medical professionals. We're not therapists or coaches. We're not qualified to offer advice or support. What we will do is share our experiences alongside resources and information from professionals. We will talk over each other and we will go off topic and forget the point mid-sentence.
We are both assigned female at birth, which means that we can only speak from the experience of life as AFAB people. However, ADHDAF is an inclusive space. Whatever your gender, you are very welcome here.
Yes, you are.
ADHDS females, ADHDAS.
So we are here joined by the wonderful Fiona, again, who you will remember from the Bonus Blether episode a few months ago. And we're excited because she's in real life again. Fiona is here with us in real life. The only person who's ever been interviewed in this room is joining us again.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I feel is that really the kit of that would be right, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Very privileged.
In person, in real life.
And
so like
it's
a
lovely to
stamp
have
card if I get like 3 visits.
Yeah, you get a free cup of tea.
You get a free cup
I
of
didn't
tea
tell
every
you you've still
time.
got to pay for that one.
Oh man,
But-
I drank it.
But Fiona always brings cakes as well, or fancy pieces as they're called up here. So Fiona, thank you so much for joining us. And we are catching up with her because she is joining us at the Too Much Aberdeen event, which is so soon. It's in 10 days.
It's in 10 days, but when this goes out next Tuesday, it's going to be what? I can't even do the maths for that.
So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then it's the day.
Yeah. However many days that is.
And I think up until now it's always like that's next month. That's
Yeah.
next month. That's
Oh,
next
yeah.
month. But actually February's not got a whole lot of month.
No,
anyway.
it hasn't.
That's it, you forget, yeah.
So yeah, it's a week on Saturday. So
I wish
the
everyone could just
Saturday
see the look
coming.
on Tom's face.
I know,
Like, now
I've
it's
just...
like realisation.
I think
is
it's just
coming.
all sinking in. I'm like, oh crap, this
That's
is really
actually
soon.
happening.
Yeah, so when this episode goes out on Tuesday, that'll be 4 days until...
4 days until the event. So if you haven't already, you can grab yourself a ticket to Too Much Aberdeen via the link in our bio and any of the events actually.
Yeah.
So what we're going to be talking about is the kind of premise behind the show. It's about what has sort of led us here and what we're all about, and also finding out a bit more about Fiona, who's going to be talking for a little bit at the event.
I was only thinking when you were like, and all the people and all the kind of randoms that we picked up on the way. Like Fiona sitting here with us right now.
Well, we're
Team Weird.
Yeah, and we're
Weird.
very happy to have picked you up along the way.
Yes, join our weirdo gang.
So Fiona, do you want to tell us a little bit more about yourself? I know we touched on it before, but maybe a little introduction just so people, maybe if they haven't listened, know
My
who you
mind
are.
just suddenly went blank.
Who are
I'm
you?
just really distracted by your necklace. I'm like, that's so pretty.
Oh, thank you. Boy's fingerprint. So it's one thing. It's my children's fingerprints because I realise that people can't see it. But then I can, when I have illusions of grandeur, I can say I've got a piece of bespoke jewellery.
I love it.
But I always find interesting is the boy's dad put their dates of birth on the back. Like I would bloody forget.
As if.
I was there.
Yeah, but I've been there at many events and I don't have a clue what dates they were. So I'd forget
yes,
my own
thank
birthday
you.
given half a chance.
I moved my birthday.
You moved it.
I moved my birthday. So my birthday's actually in January, but it's quite close to the start of January.
Yeah.
So my mum always said we could pick a later birthday because we felt really aggrieved that people would say that's your Christmas and your birthday together. And she'd
Yeah.
be like, that's bollocks. Well, she don't think she actually said the word bollocks, but she'd say that's rubbish.
Yeah.
Because if your birthday was in July, that wouldn't happen.
No.
And January is exams when you're at school. It's exams when you're at uni. It's just generally a horrible time to have a birthday.
Yeah,
I
why
know,
not?
but everyone's
Sure.
stint from
Unless you're
Christmas.
Burns, yeah. So we moved my birthday.
So when is it now?
My birthday's now on the 29th of February.
Oh, you had to be awkward, didn't you?
Well, also it makes me 11.
Yeah.
Which
feels
accurate.
daft,
Yeah.
It all starts to make sense.
Doesn't it? So
So-
yeah, I advocate for everybody. Change your birthday to a leap year so you can act your true
age.
True age.
Yeah.
Because Fiona, would you say that you are, I mean, you're definitely a founding member of Team Weird, but are you in the Too Much Club? Would you say you're a too mucher?
Do you know what? I think I can flip.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I can go between one or the other. So I'm all one way or all the other.
Yeah.
So I can be really quite far out there, and then I can have times where I'm really very much obviously now not for peopling,
Yes.
and I'll be away on my own. And I think now I can understand how people who are neurotypical can really struggle to see that part of my
Yeah.
personality, or maybe even others with ADHD, because they'll maybe see this really gregarious, outgoing party side, and then they actually decide that that is your personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you're having the not for people, and it's like, I can do that, but I can maybe do it for one day.
Hmm.
And in between that is going to be 3 days of no peopling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or I can go a bit longer, but I know that I'll go into a big burnout
Yeah.
afterwards. And that's taken years and years to work out.
Yeah.
So I think people can struggle if they're seeing you in your loud,
Yeah.
outgoing phase, and then the next time they see you, you're maybe just a bit more quiet, and they'll keep saying, "What's wrong? What's
Yeah,
wrong with
where
you?
you
What's
at?"
wrong with you?"
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just being a
This
bit.
is the
quiet.
full package.
I can
yeah.
really, I can
and it has
really
its lows.
relate. I can really relate to that, because most people see me as an outgoing, always up for it,
Same.
fun person who's just wanting to, go and do things. Because for the most part, I am. But there are
Yeah.
times when I'm just like, no, I don't want to, and I can't be bothered, and I want some me time. And so people are just like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, nothing's wrong. I'm just a bit peopled out at the moment.
Not
Yeah.
for people. Like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
And there is that mantra as well, because when you are in that outgoing, in that phase, and it's enjoyable, it's pleasurable, but then people then decide you're like that all the time.
Yeah.
And then you think, well, do I have to keep this up now? Is that how our friendship is built, where you're expecting this party girl almost to be
That's
going out
the
all
role
the
to
time?
be
Yeah, and that's it. And then you
Yeah.
feel like you have to fill this role
Aye.
all the time,
Yeah.
and so that's high pressure. Interesting.
But exactly that. But on Saturday, however you are, is how we would love to have you. Because
Yes.
Come as you
Saturday
are.
is all about unmasking.
Yeah.
So,
I think also because, we were saying this earlier, because it's effectively going to be a room full of ADHD women, I think the energy is just going to be incredible. And even if there's people coming along, we've all felt like that. You go into the room, you're just that little bit anxious, and we're all making ourselves vulnerable
Yes.
on Saturday. However it is, we're all making ourselves vulnerable on something, because we're all masking.
Yeah.
And we're being authentic to ourselves. So even for MD is feeling that little bit anxious coming in, you're coming into this room of acceptance,
People
and
that get in.
love, and women, however you identify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that energy is just, we're all smiling here thinking about
I
it.
know.
The
Yeah.
energy is just going to be terrific.
And
I'm
that's
shitting myself.
Oh, we all are. Don't
But
worry.
I'm really excited about it as well, because getting everybody in the room together.
yeah, and that's
just
it.
incredible.
We've got people of all genders that are welcome and coming, and it doesn't matter if you're diagnosed or not. But whoever you are, whoever comes is coming for the same reason, to be supportive, and
Yeah.
to, if they don't get it, to understand.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very special atmosphere.
Bringing
we're
the
creating.
community together.
Yeah.
And it's doing it in a way that suits us as well, and that's
Yeah.
the other thing, is that's
Yeah.
why we've called it the Too Much Tour, because to a lot of people we maybe do come across as a bit much.
Yeah.
And we've been called it many times in our lives, like, you need to tone it down, you need to be less, and
Yeah.
we're now at the point in our lives where it's like, no, this is how we are. And
Well, yeah, masking hasn't got us anywhere.
no.
So it's time to try the other way and unmask. And with that in mind, and wanting people to unmask and masking our own how ADHD presents for us, and acknowledging that is our too muchness.
Yeah.
We really wanted to put that out in the world and show that that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we've seen and what we've felt quite a lot is that this idea of being neurodivergent friendly tends to be stacked far more on the side of people that might get overstimulated, overwhelmed, need things to be quieter, and actually having finally identified that we have never felt that we fit into society, we don't also want to feel like we don't fit into the neurodivergent community.
Yeah. And so whereas we don't want things quiet and we don't want things beige,
It's not, yeah.
we like stimulation.
Well,
You
it's
know what I'm
not
saying?
just that.
Yeah.
It's I need it.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Is like, if you were to mute things down or to make things, like say a bit beige and a bit quieter, I would either become very, very anxious or I would zone out.
Yeah.
My eyes glaze over. I actually can't pay attention. I need a feast for the eyes, a feast for the ears. I need to be drawn in.
Oh, I love that term, a feast for the
absolutely.
eyes.
I need to be drawn in to engage.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. We keep talking about what people's sensory needs are. When we talk about sensory needs, I think there's always this drive to think about sensory as muted sensory.
Yes.
And people are overwhelmed. Too much sensory. But actually within that's underwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually not enough sensory.
Yeah.
And we hear over and over again with neurodivergence, spectrum. This is the term it's put out all the time. It's a spectrum condition. We hear about it when we talk about people who are autistic as much as ADHD. Spectrum condition. But we keep going back towards the part of the spectrum
Yeah.
of, oh, well, everybody's overwhelmed.
Yeah, just one side.
Well, not always,
Yeah.
sweetie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's
Sometimes
a reason
it's
you
the
find us in
opposite.
the mosh pits at the front
Yes.
of gigs.
Next to the speaker so the bass makes you feel sick.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, I want to feel my heart coming out of my chest.
Yeah.
I want to, that's pleasurable experience.
Yeah.
So I want to be overstimulated.
Yeah.
But there's this whole idea of, oh no, we can't have that for people who are neurodivergent.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's exactly it. So, as we said in the previous blether with Fiona, we met when I was doing the Fitty Fest,
I know, it seems like yesterday.
but it was August, wasn't it?
Holy
August last
moly.
year,
August
yeah.
last year, so it would have been like
God.
July or something last year.
What a hoot.
And we were talking. We reached out to you because we were going to do a relaxed hour of that event,
That's right.
and you were helping us with all of that. And you kind of explained it all to me in a way that literally made all the sparks go off in my eyes. I'd love to talk about. I'd love to talk about that
And
again
it's
and how you
true.
came, like what you do there and what that's all about.
So so we're saying at the start, my professional background is actually theatre.
Yes.
I always think that's really funny when you say something's your profession. What does that mean? Like, you get told to say that in corporate world, don't you? And I'm always like, well, what does that just means you got paid? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's all professional actually means, is that you got
Yeah.
paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. My background is theatre, so it was one of kind of the first ones that I got in about. So you see a lot of relaxed theatre being done now. And I think we touched on how that kind of started. Not with me, which I need to be really clear with. But it did start with a local family. So it started at Wicked down in London, and a young lad was asked to leave the auditorium in learning disabilities, and he was making a lot of involuntary noise during the show. So it was having
Right.
the best time.
Yeah.
Then what came out afterwards was that the complaint was actually made by the sound engineer for Wicked. It wasn't even a member of the audience. The bit of the story that people don't maybe know is that it was a local family who was in there, who had been down in London that weekend. So Glenmorris is a huge part of the start of relaxed theatre. So I think people see me in about it and see me, but I was just connected at that point. You know, it was
Yes.
back to being in the right place at the wrong time, the wrong place at the right time,
Yeah.
whatever you want it to be. But I did have the theatre knowledge to bring in. And I think at the start there was this whole idea of, well, we make relaxed performances and we'll leave the house lights up to half and we'll take away the special effects.
Yeah.
We'll take away the pyrotechnics and we'll take away loud bangs. We'll put dampeners in the orchestra pit. But actually, as time went on and I explored it a bit more, I just thought, hang on, this isn't right. We're adapting performances, and maybe not everybody has complete knowledge of what that we're doing.
Yeah.
And you're signing up for a relaxed performance, but what is a relaxed performance? If you're going in for a quiet performance, then you might understand that some of the effects are taken away. But at the moment, relaxed performances don't actually have a charter mark or a standardization across the industry. So anybody who's accessing it could be accessing anything.
Yeah.
Whatever the producer's interpretation
Of what that
a
means.
relaxed performance
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So I do always think it's funny how the way we met is serendipity at its best, isn't
Yeah.
it? So I'd read about you ladies, I'd read about you in the Press and Journal. It was actually an STV journalist called Nicola Macaulay when we were starting to look at what we were going to be doing here in the city. And she was like, hey, look at this. Oh, look at that. And of course, typical ADHD style went, yes, I must get in touch with them, and didn't. Because it was on the proverbial to-do list. So it was just fascinating when you came to the offices and came and spoke to me with Martin, who was a producer at the time. So again, he knew that I'd done a lot of the work. And it was lovely to explain it to you and just see you going, oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
This is it. So the whole mantra that we use now is called one that I use, and the phrase that I use is inform, don't adapt.
Inform, don't adapt.
And that can work on either side, because actually if for somebody who's underwhelmed, but you've got the information that this is not your game,
No.
Yeah.
then at least you're going, I know that this is not for me.
Yeah.
Because I've been given all the information. So you're not going to have your experience where you think, well, actually, I'm bored
Yeah.
and I'm understimulated
Yeah.
and I'm restless because
Restless,
I haven't got
that's
anything.
it.
That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
happens to me. If I'm understimulated, I'll start to get restless. I'll start to get antsy. I'll start to look for something else.
Yes.
To give me that stimulus until I can get out of whatever hellhole I'm in that's understimulating me.
Yeah.
But if I knew that that wasn't my game, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have gone.
Exactly.
And it's the same for the other side. If I know that I would be overstimulated, then you can make decisions.
Yeah.
So the example I always give is, Billy doesn't like loud fireworks. He doesn't like the pyrotechnics and the performance. So we would remove them to make Billy feel happier about coming to the performance. Sophie loves the loud bangs. It's her favourite part of the show.
Yeah.
She knows it comes at the end. She's excited waiting for it. But you've removed it
Yeah.
and you didn't tell them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just
Exactly.
waiting for that whole show, for the best bit, when the big glitter cannons come out at the end and you've removed it.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is you can't, we're all
can't get
different.
spectrum.
So there's
Yeah.
no such thing as a neurodivergent friendly event, as much as there is no such thing as a neurotypical friendly event, because we're all
Absolutely.
individuals with
Absolutely.
different needs and different likes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do with our event is we're not going to change it to suit people that may have different sensory issues to us. We're going to try and keep it as authentic to who we are as possible and be open and transparent with what's going to happen at the show so people can make an informed decision
Yeah,
about
because the
whether
point-
they want to come or not.
Because we've tried to tailor ourselves to fit in, it would be really inappropriate
not-
for us
it's inauthentic.
to be inauthentic again
Yeah.
in what we're trying to deliver. So we hope that that makes sense and that people can understand, even if they are disappointed that we're not doing a show that would perhaps work for them, at least they can feel proud of us for setting the tone of unmasking and being authentic. you
Yeah,
know?
and setting boundaries for herself as
Yeah.
well.
Well, the key's in the words. It's the too much tour. Too much tour.
Yeah.
It's too much. And for some people, it will be too much. But going by how many people are coming, there's lots of people who don't think it's too much.
And that's it, yeah.
And you've been open. And again, it's back to we're communicating that information across. We're being clear with what it is.
That's it. So we have had a couple of people email and say like, so hang on a minute, what's happening? And obviously, like,
We don't know.
On
It's gonna be
reflection, we have made it sound like a rave, and obviously it isn't that.
It's not.
It's not that far off.
So,
Who knows
but
what'll
we just
happen.
wanted to make it very clear that it's going to be, adult humour, adult tones. Is that what people say? Adult tones. That we're going to swear. We always do, and there will be music. And I'm not saying it's going to be speaker so loud that it makes you feel sick, but I'd love it if they'd let me, but I'm not sure that's appropriate. And
As
so
the roof comes off the Chester Hotel.
The roof is on fire!
Exactly. So we've just kind of said it in all the ways that it could be too much, that if any of that makes you feel uncomfortable, that you know that perhaps this isn't the event for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And and if that is something that you're looking for, then maybe set up your own one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys are here because you felt there was no space.
There's no space.
So
yeah.
you created it.
Yeah,
So if
that's
Andy is
exactly
thinking,
it.
this is not what I want, what would be ideal for me would be X, Y, Z,
Yeah.
then go create your space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And attract your tribe.
Exactly.
Because as much as it's spectrum, there will be other people out there
yeah.
that are in your tribe. You
Yeah.
just gotta flash your weird beacon light nice and bright. So
Well, that's
others can
it.
find you.
That's it. Like you said, the reason we started this is because there wasn't a space that
Yeah.
fit us and we kind of felt like we fitted into, and so we did create our own space.
Yeah. And like even in terms of, the social media, for example, people have said in the past it's a bit noisy and it's a bit colourful and it's a bit whatever. And it is meant to be.
Yeah.
Because it's a representation of how ADHD presents to us. And on top of that, I've now made, about 600 bloody social media posts. And if I'd have had to have done those in Poppins font, in beige and sage, I would have given up 6 months ago.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be ADHD AF because I wouldn't have been able to stay engaged enough to keep making that, because I don't even follow accounts like that. So now here we are, you know, unmasked, going out into the community, wanting to connect with others. We need to support ourselves by doing it our way, or else
being
we
authentic
can't.
to
Yeah.
ourselves.
Being absolutely honest. And you're saying, well, if I've done it that way, I would have lost interest.
Yeah.
Well, then so would have everybody else.
Yeah.
And there's
Exactly.
a lot of them.
If
Yeah.
you're
There's a lot of people out there now
Yeah.
following the podcast.
if you're
Yeah.
not doing the things that interest you and that are authentic to you, and you're getting bored even created them, then why would you expect anyone to
100%.
Yeah,
to
to
follow
be-
what you're
to be-
doing?
exactly.
And that's why what we do is what we love, and what we are creating is what we love, and
Yeah.
everything about this is a representation of us.
Yeah, and how
And-
it presents for us.
And how it presents for us, and that's what we're putting out there.
And we would love anybody to come, however, you know, we're diagnosed, undiagnosed, whatever, don't even know anything about ADHD. Everyone is welcome. It's just the understanding that at no point have we ever said that we're experts. At no point have we ever said this is what ADHD looks like. We say this is what ADHD looks like for us. And we
yeah.
just want anybody else who's ever felt like the aliens that we felt, that they can know that it's okay to be like us.
Yeah,
really.
hop on our
There's more
spaceship.
of us. Yeah.
Let's go.
And that's the
Yeah.
important bit, is that it's our idea of what ADHD is to you.
Exactly.
And to me. And to you.
Yeah.
And to other people. And it will be different for everybody.
Exactly.
And I think there's a lot of respect within that, because I would never try and speak for the ADHD community.
No.
I'm not qualified. I can talk about Fiona's version of
Yes.
ADHD
Yeah.
and how I see things.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it will be the same way as
No.
you see things. I think
No.
a lot of the time it is, but
Yeah.
I mean, there will be
and there is
similarities,
crossover,
and
but it's
there
also
will be
respecting the
crossovers.
differences
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So no, I think it is about being authentic, and if you did it any other way, you wouldn't be unmasking, and
Yeah,
then the event
exactly.
actually doesn't work.
Exactly.
The whole point of it is not working. But honestly, we are so excited to have you on board. What
I've looked out my leopard print frock.
Exciting.
I
It's just going to be a sea of cat slaters, and I am here
Oh
for it.
my
so
god!
excited
Yes, it
for
will.
it. So excited for it.
I'm
You know,
so
now
here
you've
for it.
planted that, I'm just going to randomly stand up and be like, "Get out my path!"
Yes, please do. Yeah, literally, it's so exciting. I bought an outfit the other day, managed to find a matching top and skirt, one on Depop, one on Vinted.
No.
Matching, from Topshop, which isn't even around anymore. And I'm so excited about it, but it's really short, so I probably shouldn't sit down and.
Just get a pair of tights on, love.
Yeah. I love it. I'm very excited.
No one wants to see you diving in fanny first.
I'm just not going to sit down. Because I will forget.
You can stand at the back of the bar stool and just lean on it and look at everybody.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that.
But no, we are very excited for the event. We're very excited to have Fiona
We're
at the
very
event with
grateful,
us.
very grateful.
Yeah.
I'm just delighted. I mean, this is long overdue for Aberdeen. You know, it really is. Obviously, in Aberdeen, it's long overdue everywhere.
Yeah.
But obviously, my connection is to you guys, which is why I get to be in the studio, because I'm here in Aberdeen as well. So, and it's a national thing. There's loads of women out there who are trying to find their space and aren't fitting in.
Yeah.
So, and it is literally finding your tribe and going, gosh, I really did think I was the only one felt like this, had this experience.
Yeah. So in the previous Blether, Fiona talked about how you were actually diagnosed as a child and then readdressed it later on. Where are you at now? What's going on for you now in the world of ADHD in terms of how you feel about it and what's going on? And
I don't think I've changed in how I feel about it, because I think in my head I've always just thought, well, I'm Fiona.
yeah.
And you know, people were like, what's it like having ADHD? And you're like, I don't fucking know, because I only know my version.
Yeah. It's like,
I don't have a comparison
This.
model.
yeah, there's nothing to compare.
I mean, I have found myself, a few people have obviously listened to the podcast and they keep coming back. I'm like, that's just going to keep coming back and biting me. But it is still authentically how I feel, is going through life and kind of going, why is everybody so weird?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is everybody so weird? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm the one that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even now, you know, I've struggled with a few kind of like friendships over the last kind of 3-4 months where I've just went, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I've had to say, do you know what? I just don't get humans. I
Yeah.
just don't get it.
Gosh,
Because
that one hit hard. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like that every day. We'll get a random email or something, and I'll just be like, "What?
yeah.
Why does that make
Or
sense?"
How did you,
Like,
how did you manage to read that into what
Yeah.
I said?
Yeah.
So I can still very much struggle with that, which can be quite challenging with the
Yeah.
role that I'm in now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, humans are weird. I don't get it. And I don't get it because I tend to be quite open and transparent.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know, and I can't be arsed with any other way, to be honest.
Yeah.
So when people aren't, I really struggle with it. And especially if it's something really daft and silly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
think,
get that.
Why did you make that so difficult?
Yes.
You could have just said this and it would have been sorted.
Yeah.
You know, why? I
Yeah.
don't understand.
Yeah, I struggle not to be open and tell everyone everything.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something I've always struggled with, and it's just like, oh, said too much.
Yeah.
Or when you finish your story and you look up and they've got this horrified look on their face and you go, oh, you did it again.
Too much
played,
information.
Faith. Yeah.
Too much.
TMI.
Yeah, but I guess that does make me quite an honest and
Yeah.
authentic person in a way as well.
Absolutely.
So I'm
But yeah,
I'm proud of it.
people Just say what you mean and mean what you say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah.
So I'm changing my meds. So the medication that I was taking was just starting not to work, and that can
Okay.
happen. You know, you can use. I've been using it for a good 4 years now. I'm just
Okay.
like, it's actually making me feel worse and worse
Yeah.
and worse. So back and changed the meds. So now instead of taking one slow release, I'm taking it twice a day.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure how I feel about it right now. I'm into week 3, so I'm still on my step up.
Yeah.
But the whole idea, I keep forgetting to take the second one. I'm like, of course I keep forgetting to take the second one. I've got
I was-
ADHD.
I was literally just about to ask you.
Yeah,
that.
and they keep saying, oh, but once the medication kicks in, you know, you'll remember. And it's like, week 3, lady.
MediSafe. Download the app.
Oh, she just gave me a technical thing to
And pay
do.
us.
Affiliates. You know.
Yeah.
I've tried everything, and it's just hard, and I can literally feel the medication dropping off.
Mm.
And when I feel
Yeah.
it dropping off, I look at the clock and I go, you can't take the second one now. Yeah, it's just adapting and changing to it again, I
Yeah.
guess. But yes, some days are better than others.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate because of what I do, I can work within the ebbs, and that's probably a huge part. I mean, if I'm going to be really authentic, that's probably a huge part of what drives me too, is I needed to create a job that would work within the ebbs and flows of me.
Yeah.
And there's not many jobs out there that you could say to your boss, sorry, I'm not for peopling today.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take any meetings, or, so, I'm fortunate. I don't think there was any other way I could have continued,
No.
to be really honest. Yeah. So where will I be at? God, I'll be in full pelt by the time we get
Full
to the
strength
4th
meds.
of March.
Shall we fly in?
Well,
Shall we fly in?
I'll maybe make sure there's not too much Prosecco riding
Well,
alongside
this is
it. Yeah,
it.
I see your face.
I'm literally like, I'm going to make myself not have a drink until it's over.
Yeah, I think
Just
that's
because-
probably a
Yeah.
good idea.
I know what I'm like, and I get excited by people, and if there's music and there's drink, and next thing you know, like, I'll have taken my top off or something ridiculous. So we're just going to rein myself in.
You heard it here, guys. Ply her with booze and she'll get her tits out.
Or just say something awful, or cry, or do you know, like, just the most ridiculous
Or
thing
all
that
of
could
the
happen.
above.
All of them, tits out, crying, shouting at somebody,
God,
throwing
can you
things.
imagine anything worse
So-
than just having a girl stood on stage tits out crying? I won't let that happen.
Thank you. So
Yeah,
yeah,
your
so
time's got you.
I'm not gonna have a drink until afterwards.
Yeah.
As much as I would love a cocky tea to start the proceedings, it just won't be worth it because I'll talk nonsense. And even if it's brilliant, I won't remember half
I was
of
going
it.
to say, you
I
want
won't
to remember it.
Yeah.
I won't remember. Even if I just have one drink, it'll be a bit hazy, and I just think no.
Whereas I might allow myself one for the nerves.
Yeah.
Just to take the edge off.
Yeah.
See,
But it will be one.
yeah.
You didn't define the size of one. Like one bottle?
No,
one.
no. One glass of Prosecco or wine just to calm the nerves will be enough for me.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
I've done
because I only need half a glass of wine to start talking complete nonsense. So
I've sang many a gig with old bands drunk before, and it never goes down well. So
No.
I know I've learned that lesson a long time ago.
yeah,
And again, you're coming into a room. Like, it's back to what we were saying at the start. We're coming into a room with people who want to be there.
yeah,
they're not being coerced.
No.
they've paid their comeback.
Well, some of them might have been.
Yes, some of my ninjas will probably tell you, yeah, she paid me to be here. You know. Oh yeah, ninjas. So all my staff members and volunteers are called ninjas. I'm just thought, MD listening to the podcast, I'm gonna be like, she's got ninja.
But it would be so cool if it was actual ninjas.
Yeah.
And if they were, I would love them to come and...
And now again, I reflect and think, who starts an organisation and calls their staff ninjas? Somebody with ADHD.
Yes, yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
Well, we are very, very excited to have you on board.
We really are,
and
Fiona,
we're
Ledge.
so grateful for your help and support.
Oh, absolutely. Same here. Same
So
here. I'm
grateful.
so grateful to be asked along and get to be part of your journey and seeing when you get to. You're doing incredible stuff. And you've both been attracted into something that's creative energy.
Yeah.
And along with being creative is being vulnerable. And I don't think people always appreciate that. When you're talking on social media and you're making yourself vulnerable, you are making yourself vulnerable. So maybe not everybody's going to like the product. And that's okay on some level. Just be kind with your words.
Yeah.
We are vulnerable.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay not to like, but be careful how we don't
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? With vulnerability is like this idea of, well, actually, they don't like me. Because that's what you're giving, right? You're serving
Absolutely.
Nora. So if they don't like it, then it can, especially for us with RSD,
Oh, crippling
and
RSD.
my bloody emotional dysregulation, which is through the roof right now.
Yeah.
It is really, really difficult. But I think we just have to come back to the point, which is how long it's taken us to get to this place of authenticity. And you know, what we're doing it for, knowing that our words are validating people in, well, now 178 countries. So, you know, it's
Wild.
value. What we have
That's
is of value.
Yeah.
What we're doing is of value. And when it is hard, we just focus on that and keep going. And we
Yeah.
just, honestly, I think it's quite funny because Dawn and I, we are really people-y. We're people. And you know, that's all I've done is be around people, talk to people. Everything's been really, really physical in my life. And I've just spent all this time behind a computer, behind a screen. And I'm so excited to actually go and do the thing that I do well, that I enjoy the most, with all the people that have supported us and understand. And it's so magical. I feel emotionally even thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's
It's
gonna be
magical
lovely.
though, because you're getting to meet all the people, because
Yeah.
at the moment it's one-sided a little bit.
Yeah.
You're putting it out, but you can't get everything back instantly. This
Yeah.
is going to be literally instant
Yeah.
feedback.
And then that's the thing, and we have messages coming from people all day, every day, and we cannot
Can't
keep up
keep
with
up.
them. We've had to, you know, put
Step back.
instant replies up there saying that we can't reply to the messages because we cannot keep up with the volume, and we have just so many other things going on.
And you've got uni. I mean, there's other stuff
Yeah,
going
we've got
on.
lots and lots of stuff going on. So this part that we're doing now with the tour is an opportunity for us to speak to the people,
Yeah.
and that's what we're so
Feel
excited
the
about.
energy, look in the eyes. I'm so excited. I'm almost like, gosh, should we have a traffic light system? Because I'm really handsy and there are people who aren't huggers and I'll just run around going, hi! Like, hugging everyone.
So be warned now.
Just put like a little cross up.
When you see Laura running through, you have to shout out really loudly if you're the hugger or the huggy.
Yeah.
I'm a hugger. I'm a tactile
I'm a
person. I
hugger.
love a hug.
But I'm not always a huggy.
No.
I like to instigate the hug. I'm the hugger.
Yeah.
But if I'm being hugged, the huggy.
I'll take.
Yeah.
I'll take. Give whatever
Yeah.
there is. I'm there for the embrace. I'm so there for it.
And especially if she's got her tits out so you can cover her and nobody can see.
Well,
Tits out on Franny
Love
Burst.
it.
tits on tour.
Tits on tour. Yeah.
That's a different tour, folks.
We
Not
hope.
this one.
We hope.
Yeah. We definitely hope.
Yeah. How did you end up in the Times newspaper? Well, funny story, guys.
So, you know,
Absolutely.
I don't think it'd be in the Times. I think it'd more likely be the Daily
Tatler.
Star. Oh.
But in all seriousness, we cannot wait, and we cannot wait to see those of you that are joining us in Aberdeen. Thank you, Fiona.
Thank you.
If you are finding this podcast helpful and you're in a position to do so, we are asking that you help us by signing up to our Patreon.
In pledges starting at just £4 a month, it will give you access to our We Are ADHD AF community forum, in which we are both active members and we all support and learn from each other. You will also get access to behind the scenes content, exclusives, offers, blogs, vlogs, the works, everything in the kitchen sink. Your pledge will also mean that we will be able to continue to put out weekly episodes of ADHD as Females, the podcast.
Alternatively, if you would prefer just to make a donation, you can do so by visiting buymeacoffee.com/ADHD as Females. We know that our words are helping people in 164 countries and counting.
We really appreciate your support in supporting us to continue supporting the ADHD community.
If you are ADHD AF and you want more ADHD AF, join the We Are ADHD AF community. www.patreon.com/ADHD as Females.
Well, thank you to the wonderful Fiona. We are so excited to have her collaborating with us at Too Much Aberdeen and for future collaborations of Team Weird.
Yeah, Fiona's incredible.
She's the best. The only person who's been in the studio.
I feel like she's so wise. She gives us such insightful, useful information.
She does, and she really gets it. It's really nice to be in the room with Fiona because she's sort of looking in your eyes and you know that she knows that you know.
Yeah.
You know?
You know.
Yeah. So yeah, we're really looking forward to having her with us and really grateful for her support and for sharing this journey with us. Said the word.
Our journey.
And we've also got Rose Owen from Honesty Aberdeen.
Yeah.
We've got our Nicole Mabler from episode 17.
Yeah.
We've got Zoe, who is an amazing ADHD coach here in Aberdeen. And we've got my favourite, Rhiannon, who is a tarot reader, which, okay, we know it's not for everybody, but with all the bloody serendipity of our podcast, our meeting, and everything that's happened, we're all about the tarot. So you can have readings at the event too. So that's
Did not do that.
really exciting.
And then finally, we're going to have music from the music man, Mark, from Anti-Wedding Wedding DJs. Now, we know we're not a wedding, and his music's not really typical wedding music anyway.
It's anti-wedding music.
Anti-wedding.
And so he's basically just got all of the tunes.
Yeah.
And he's a really amazing DJ here in Aberdeen. And we should just let him talk for himself and
Yeah, let's go.
Yes.
So, as we are talking about our first ever live show, we wanted to give away something very, very exciting that is going on.
Yeah, so we are joined with Mark. You may have heard of him from, I keep wanting to say all the discos and it's annoying me.
No, not our wonderful jewellery maker, Steph of All the Discos. It's All Night Passion.
All Night Passion. So Mark is a DJ in predominantly the Aberdeen area.
Aberdeen based, but all over the place.
Yeah. And his company, Anti-Wedding Wedding DJs, are going to be joining us at our Aberdeen event.
So thank you so much, Mark, for joining us, for supporting us, and for providing all the tunes. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Yeah, looking forward to the event. I think it'll be loads of fun.
It will be fun.
It should be.
We can make it
If
fun.
you two are organising it, yeah, I think we'll be good. But yeah, no, I'm good,
I
thanks.
think it's probably going to be predominantly women, so are you going to be all right getting inundated, getting mauled? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm used to playing in bars with 50-year-old women who have been out on cocktails all day. So yeah, I can handle myself.
I'll be fine. You'll fit right in. So tell us about yourself and the business.
So we know each other from All Night Passion, really, and that's a club night in Aberdeen. And then during COVID, from my normal job, I was put on furlough for 5 months, and then from that, I realised that I don't want to go back and do a job I fucking hate.
Yeah.
So I tried to figure out like how to not do that. So yeah, a friend got in touch and was like, "Oh, do you want to do a wedding?" And I was like, "Yeah, cool." And then from that, it was like, "Oh, let's do this properly," because it turned out that there was not a lot of good wedding DJs, in my opinion, anyway. So we started, and it's all in the name. It's Anti-Wedding Wedding DJs. So like, we don't play Bruno Mars, like
You play good tunes,
like the slosh, like all that kind of stuff.
Do
Like
you do the chicken dance though? Or?
no, Tata Slide, like all that, like
Tiger Feet.
yeah, there's space for all that, but there's like other people can do that stuff. Like
Exactly.
we're more into like disco, some 90s house stuff, some indie dance and stuff like that. So just better quality of music. Yeah, we've been doing that for a couple of years now, and yeah, we've been all over the UK, really busy in Central Belt and stuff. But yeah, it's just loads of fun,
Yeah. Well, we're so excited to have you with us. Like,
Really
absolutely
excited.
bringing the tunes.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, if anybody remembers, when we were in the parade for Pride with the Green Party,
Yeah.
we found this man with a speaker trailing behind him, blasting out the bangers. And so we basically just stalked Mark
Yeah.
and followed him around all
We did.
day because he had the best tunes.
We just stood behind him for the whole parade, following him down,
We ran to
dancing our wee socks off. Yeah.
That was good fun. That. Yeah, I remember actually because I do remember you messaged afterwards. And it was like, oh, by the way, that was us. I was like, oh, hey, I wasn't aware there was people behind us the whole time, but that's
Just
good. It was,
two
it was
crazy
fun.
weirdo stalker girls.
Yeah, hot on your tail, dancing ferociously.
But yeah,
behind you.
we love the tunes. And then when we started putting this event together, we just thought
There was only one person we wanted to play.
Yeah.
We really,
No, it's-
really can't wait.
Should be good. I'm intrigued to see what you've got in store as well at the event. As someone who's not really like totally aware, of ADHD and some of the things that affect your life, it'll be interesting to hear like your point of view and how it does affect yourselves and other people with it as well. So as well as coming and having a good time, I'm quite keen to find out some facts and information. You know what I mean? It'd be interesting for me as well.
Am I right in thinking that your missus listens to us?
Yeah. So I'd say self-diagnosis, maybe. Yeah.
Which is valid.
Which is valid.
Yeah, so she's suffered some other mental health issues, which are kind of linked. Some of the symptoms are the same, or what she experiences. So yeah, maybe self-diagnosed. So she's into it. She listened about, and I think you know her from uni as well. Actually,
Yeah.
she's taking a position at the photography technician at Grays. So you'll
Well,
probably
please bring her along.
Yeah, she needs to come.
Yeah, well, she's actually we might, because when we were at the parade, you would have seen my little daughter as well with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually busy on that Saturday, so the wife would be free as well. So maybe.
Yeah, please bring
do.
her along.
But she has to wear leopard print
Yeah.
to join our leopard print army. And are you going to wear leopard print? That's the most important question of all, Mark.
I don't think I'm more of a pink guy, but I'm sure I could find a shirt.
Yeah.
Anything
Well,
leopard print.
we'll
we
hold
can
you to that.
We can kit you out if not.
Maybe I can wear one of yours, Dawn. Who knows?
We'll kit you out if
Just spare one in case I forget. Okay.
Amazing. Well, we are super excited to have you on board.
We really
And
are. Thank you so much.
yeah, if you've not already checked them out, then hit up wedding DJs on Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, and our own website as well.
Okay,
So it's just anti-weddingdjs.co.uk.
amazing.
Fantastic. We
Check
can't
them
wait.
out.
So yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you in the 4th, Mark.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right.
Thank
you.
Cheers. Bye.
Well, thank you to Mark.
I know, we're so excited to hear the tunes.
It's going to be so amazing. We cannot wait to have him there. We cannot wait to have you all there. I cannot wait to see that many people in leopard print all in one place.
I know, it's going to look like something out of like EastEnders. Oh, it's gone wrong.
Gone right.
Gone wrong, but in the right way. Can't wait.
So yeah, we're really excited. Thank you to everybody who has bought tickets for Aberdeen and for all of our events. And there's a couple more coming out. Speaking of which, our most ADHD thing, we've got a joint one again this week.
We've done so well with organising this tour.
Is it 15 venues?
16, I
16
think. Well, 15 or
venues.
16 venues. And we've done it by ourselves. No one has helped us.
No.
We have organised this tour. We have booked the venues. We have arranged this show, and everything that we're doing has been done by the two of us.
By the two of us. And let's not forget, if you think about 15 venues, that's not 15 emails. That's all of the other venues that we found in that place. So it's researching, finding, emailing, phoning, all of the things to get these 15 venues.
Whilst still doing everything that we do
While
for
still
the
doing
podcast.
everything else, the ADHD Bliss Media Coalition.
Yeah.
Everything that we have been doing has just been us, and it's been a lot, hence the burnout. But we've done so well, and I'm so proud of us. And
Me too.
It wasn't until last night when we were just about to put the Brighton tickets up on Eventbrite.
Yeah, I was literally putting them up on Eventbrite, and then I looked at it, and I'm like, hold up, that's not the date that I've got down for Brighton. And I went in the email, and I had a look, and I was like, no, it's not the right date. So I messaged Laura, and I was like, is Brighton not supposed to be on Wednesday the 10th?
Yeah.
And then that's when we realised we fucked up.
We booked the Brighton venue for the same night as the Birmingham venue.
Bristol.
Bristol venue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've messed up, and we've had to email and just basically grovel and say, yeah, you know that thing that we're talking about?
Yeah, this whole ADHD thing.
We've literally had so many emails, signed a contract, we've done all sorts of things, and only just realised at the very last minute that we booked the venue for the wrong date. So
I checked everything when I went to pay
Yeah.
for it, and I read through, and then I was like, right, we're fine, we're all sorted, everything's kosher, sorted, let's go.
yeah. So anyway, hopefully, Brighton will be able to accommodate us on the night that we're actually meant to be in Brighton. But watch this space.
If not, we might have to rethink something. But yeah,
But my favourite, by far, most ADHD thing of this week,
it's short and sweet, but it's so good.
went to the vets, forgot the dog.
How?
On time for the appointment, got everything I need. Oh, except the actual dog.
That's brilliant. We were in stitches with that one. Please keep your most ADHD things coming, because they do.
We love them.
And like we always say, it's the ultimate shame eradicator.
Yeah,
We all do these things, and
we're all in it together.
yeah, we are.
And you got to laugh. So, what about rabbit holes? What's yours?
My rabbit hole. Well, as I mentioned last week, I had surgery on Monday, and as I've said, I don't want to go into details. It's not very glamorous, and you don't want to know the gory details. But having surgery has made me become obsessed with the whole procedure and everything that I got done. Like, I find it fascinating what they can do with the human body. And so I've been reading everything there is to know about the procedure, about how it's done, blah, 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 blah. And I pretty much have a medical degree now. So that's where I'm at.
So I'm fan of PhD.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, amazing. Mine has been decor, really. It's all very tool related, but the last little bit now is decor, and I've taken to drawing leopard print with a Sharpie on absolutely every single thing I can get my hands on.
I mean, why the fuck not?
Honest to God, like, there is nothing that does not have leopard print on, and I'm excited about it.
Just say we're slightly obsessed.
But we've done, I was going to say we've done it, Donnie. We haven't done it. We haven't done a live show yet. First one is very soon.
Yeah.
And we haven't put out all of the tickets yet, but we are so close.
We're so close to being there. And then once the Aberdeen show's gone and done, we're going to have a better idea of how everything's going to run properly for the rest of the shows. And if we need to tweak anything, we can. And yeah, it's just getting really exciting.
It is really exciting. We honestly cannot wait. So yeah, if you don't have a ticket yet for Aberdeen, you need to get on that right away, because the show is on Saturday.
Yeah.
Doors open at 3 p.m, so we will see you at 3. And yeah, if all of the other tickets are available via the link in bio as well. So do come and see us. And yeah, thank you to our guests. Thank you to everyone who supported the tour, and just big love to all of you.
Everyone who keeps supporting us. And we know we can't tour everywhere just yet, but we do hope to get further afield in the future as well. So all going well with this tour, we will definitely be looking at branching out further.
Yes, indeed. And, you know, do remember, if you would like to get in touch with us, you can do so via our community. So we're not in a place where we're able to keep up with the admin, clearly.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you would like to chat to us and other people just like us for some support, please join our community. And if you'd like to make a donation, you can do so via our Buy Me a Coffee page. All of this is in our link in bio. And yeah, we've got some new merch coming up very soon as well.
There's just so much going on.
There is so much going on, but it's all very exciting. And yeah, just thank you so much, and big love to you all.
Big love.
See you soon. Bye.
ADHD as females, ADHD AF, ADHD as females, the podcast.